early Hebrew Israelite leaders who, from the late 1800s into the mid-1900s, used visions, Bible interpretation, and new churches to teach that Black Americans were descendants of the ancient Israelites. Frank S. Cherry. Around 1886, Frank S. Cherry founded the Church of the Living God, the pillar ground of truth for all nations in Chattanooga, Tennessee, one of the first Black Hebrew Israelite congregations. He claimed a vision that revealed Black Americans were the true descendants of the Hebrews in the Bible, then preached that biblical figures like God, Jesus, Adam and Eve were Black, and that white people were divinely rejected. Cherry incorporated elements of Jewish ritual, eastward prayer, skull caps, dietary restrictions with Christian forms, gospel music, and strong Black nationalist rhetoric, including support for Marcus Garvey. He later spread his teachings to Philadelphia and remained a central figure in shaping early Hebrew identity until his death, after which his son took over. William Saunders Crowdy. William S. Crowdy, a former Baptist and railroad worker, reported a series of visions in the 1890s in which he was told that Black people were descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. In 1896, he founded the Church of God and Saints of Christ in Kansas, later centered in Virginia, teaching a synthesis of Christian faith with Mosaic law, Sabbath observance, and Israelite identity for Black Americans. Crowdy purchased land in Suffolk, Virginia, naming it Canaan Land, as a symbolic promised land and headquarters, and he sent missionaries to South Africa, exporting his Black Israelite message abroad. His preaching framed Black Americans as the covenant people of Scripture, using Old Testament laws, feast days, and language of Israel to construct a collective Black Hebrew identity at the turn of the century. Prince Benjamin F. Cherry. After Frank S. Cherry's death around 1963, leadership of the Church of the Living God passed to his son, Prince Benjamin F. Cherry. Under Prince Benjamin, the church continued to teach that Black Americans were the real Israelites, and that Cherry's prophetic revelations about Black identity and destiny still governed the community. Members believed the elder Cherry would reappear in spirit to lead through his son, reinforcing a prophetic, hereditary line of Black Hebrew leadership. William H. Plummer. William H. Plummer emerged as a major leader in the Church of God and Saints of Christ after Crowdy, helping solidify doctrine and expand the movement's institutions. Crowdy designated him as one of the future leaders. He later became bishop and acquired more land at Canaan Land, further anchoring the church's physical and symbolic Israelite homeland for Black believers. Plummer promoted teachings that all Jews were originally Black, and that modern Black people were the lost tribes of Israel, centering the group's message on commandments, 7 keys, and other distinct doctrines. Chief Joseph W. Crowdy. Joseph W. Crowdy, kin and designated successor to William S. Crowdy, became chief bishop and head of the Church of God and Saints of Christ after the prophet's death in 1908. Officially confirmed as leader in 1909, he worked with Bishop Plummer to expand tabernacles and consolidate Crowdy's Israelite teachings among Black congregations. In his tenure from 1908 to 1917, Joseph W. Crowdy preserved the core claim that Black Americans were the biblical house of Israel and maintained the church's hybrid Israelite Christian liturgy and identity. Elder Calvin S. Skinner. In 1906, William S. Crowdy named Elder Calvin S. Skinner, along with Joseph W. Crowdy and William H. Plummer, as one of the future leaders of the Church of God and Saints of Christ. Skinner's elevation signaled Crowdy's intent to preserve a leadership cadre committed to his teaching that black people were descendants of the 12 tribes and that the church restored the true Israelite faith. Even where biographical details are sparse, Skinner is remembered primarily in that succession list as part of the early leadership that carried forward Crowdy's Black Hebrew message. Cherry and Crowdy are widely recognized by scholars as founding figures of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement, initiating a stream of black religious thought that reread the Bible to center black Americans as Israel. They used visions, prophetic authority, and selective adoption of Hebrew Israelite practices, Sabbath, dietary laws, feasts, Hebrew names, to argue that black suffering in America paralleled Israel's bondage and exile. Successors like Prince Benjamin F. Cherry, Joseph W. Crowdy, William H. Plummer, and Calvin S. Skinner institutionalized this identity through church structures, land purchases, and continuing emphasis on Israelite lineage for Black Americans. So Israel, do you see that many of our ancestors knew we were Israelites and were teaching this truth in the 1800s and 1900s? All praises to Yah in faith in our King Yahshua. Shalom.
What do you think the secret to life is?
The secret? Ain't no secret. Stop being disobedient to the Almighty. Period.